winner of the New Jersey Press Association's Most Innovative Award.
Welcome to another edition of Greater Media Broadcast News. I'm Susie Shea, bringing you the top headlines in Central New Jersey. Here are some of the stories we're covering this week. Celebrating New Jersey's birthday, fire destroys Edison School, Teen Arts Festival, Police Unity Tour Concert, and the second installment of our exclusive series, The Autism Puzzle, a New Jersey Angle. There is a special birthday taking place this year, and it belongs to the Garden State. To mark New Jersey's 350th birthday, local and state groups have rolled out New Jersey 350, a series of events and exhibits that recognize the state's pivotal role in shaping American culture. New Jersey was the location of more Revolutionary War battles than any other colony, and today it is the home of 21 Fortune 500 companies and more than 1,000 international companies. For more on how New Jersey plans to mark the occasion, see this week's editions of Greater Media newspapers. And for our next installment of The Autism Puzzle, a New Jersey Angle, Jack Murtha explores the challenges that those with autism face when seeking programs that teach real-life skills.
High school is a critical time for most young people, and that rings especially true for individuals with autism. Take Jeremy Myron, a 21-year-old who falls somewhere on the middle of the autism spectrum and is poised to graduate in June. Through his school, he has worked in kitchens, clothing stores, and nursing homes. He also learned life skills like how to cook, clean, and shop. While his mother, Carol Myron, says Jeremy's education could have been better, experts believe the experience should prove invaluable as he ages into adulthood. The state requires all high school students to undergo career and life training. For many students with autism, that can mean going out into the community where they wear a variety of different hats as their teachers gauge their strengths, weaknesses, and preferences. High school also provides people with autism the chance to regularly interact with their peers. That's an opportunity that Carol fears will fade as Jeremy makes the leap to adulthood.
As far as the transition goes, I think there should be more sampling opportunities. It shouldn't be restricted to busing schedules. It should fit into what works best for them, not what fits into the school calendar, the school budget, the school timing, the school buses. The school system needs to get a little bit better on board, a little bit more prepared for the transition. There's a lot more behind Jeremy. Jeremy's graduating, and he's the first of his class. Okay. Next year, the rest of him and one other kid in his class are graduating, and then next year the rest of them leave, and that's a lot of children. They're all aging into social services.
Yeah. Can you tell me, just to kind of provide the setting, how Jeremy reacts when he has the opportunity to take part in these social functions?
He loves them. We come home, he's very routined. So he takes his medicine, he knows he has to eat dinner unless he's going somewhere where there's gonna be a dinner. And I mean, that clock is 15 minutes fast, and I'm like, I have to change it back because he knows if he has to be there at 6 o'clock, he should be leaving. And he'll sit there with his coat waiting at the front door because he loves peers. He loves to interact. You know, it's a heartbreak that he doesn't have any friends.
The Autism Puzzle, a New Jersey Angle, is a continuing series that will be featured on our website, in our papers, and our broadcast news. And here's Mark Rosman with more headlines from this week's papers.
An old firehouse will get new life as the Manalapan Community Center when a ribbon-cutting ceremony is held on March 29th at 1 p.m. The Community Center is on Route 33 near Millhurst Road. A group of volunteers has been working on this plan for more than a decade and will finally see its plan come to fruition. Members of the Township Committee will join the volunteers as they open this brand new facility, which will be available to groups in Manalapan for various uses. The volunteers have worked long and hard and are eagerly anticipating the opening of the brand new Manalapan Community Center. You can read more about this in the news transcript.
And here's a roundup of headlines from this week's papers. Police are investigating a Saturday fire that destroyed James Monroe Elementary School in Edison. Investigators have determined that a custodian allegedly started the fire after tossing a lit cigarette into a trash bin. A new law will ban a specific type of bonus for school superintendents. The legislation bars bonuses received for reducing the number of special education students who are enrolled in out-of-district programs. More than 1,800 students attended the Teen Arts Festival in Monmouth County this week. The group viewed artwork and even contributed to Brookdale Community College's latest mural. It's time to put down the cell phone, coffee cup, or mascara. Next month, law enforcement officers will be cracking down on distracted drivers as part of a national campaign to make the state's roadways safer. For more on any of these stories, see this week's editions of Greater Media newspapers. And here's Bruce Johnson of Greater Media's WCTC with an update on Rutgers basketball. After that, we have Tim Morris with more on local sports.
Well, if you haven't been following closely at home, you wouldn't know that Rutgers University has just passed an important milestone. RU is within 100 days of officially joining the prestigious and powerful Big Ten Conference. Now, the first Revenue Sport game won't be until September 13th when the RU football team entertains Penn State. But new athletics director Julie Herman and her staff have a lot of work to do between now and July 1st. They're charged with getting the Rutgers sports programs within reach of the existing Big Ten schools in terms of competition, facilities, and revenue. One of the priorities is raising money to continue the proposed renovation and expansion of the RAC, which automatically becomes the smallest basketball arena in the Big Ten. Herman also has to resolve contract negotiations with Hall of Fame women's head basketball coach Vivian Stringer, who is in the final year of her deal, which calls for her making more than $1 million annually. Meanwhile, the Rutgers football team has begun preparations for its inaugural Big Ten campaign with the start of spring practice in Piscataway. And Mike Pavlichko will take an in-depth look at spring practice next week. I'm Bruce Johnson on 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com.
It may not seem like spring outside, but the calendar says it is, and that means that the Brookdale Community College women's softball team is embarking on another season that the Blues hope will take them to the National Junior College Athletic Association National Championship Tournament like last spring. Under the guidance of head coach Bo Scanapico, the Blues have won 3 national championships and become the measuring stick for all Division III programs in the country. They begin the season ranked number 2. On March 22nd, Brookdale played its home opener in Lincroft, a doubleheader against Cecil College from Maryland. Brookdale pitcher Crystal Pearson helped her own cause out, fielding these grounders back to the circle. Defense has always been a Jersey Blues trademark. So has offense. That bang you hear as Cassie Borzowski rounds first base is her home run hitting the scoreboard, setting off a home plate celebration by the Blues. Courtney Semkowicz plated a run with this RBI flyout. It is the ever-present patriarch of the program, Scanapico, who has kept the Blues on top over his 28 years at the helm. The competitive fire still burns bright inside him. His resume includes more than 900 career wins with those 3 national titles. Tim Morris, Greater Media.
A popular venue for special events in Homedale could face a parking surcharge. Keith Hugh Miller has the details on the PNC Bank Arts Center.
Homedale Township has proposed levying a 7% surcharge on parking for PNC Bank Arts Center concerts, shows, and other special events. Officials say the surcharge will help the township recoup costs for police, fire, and first aid members who have to respond to the venue during the summer concert season, along with wear and tear on local roads caused by thousands of concertgoers each year. Live Nation, the private ticket seller for PNC Bank Arts Center shows, would be responsible for paying the surcharge out of the fees it collects for parking at the venue. In this week's independent newspaper, we speak to Homedale's mayor, Pat Impreveduto, who says township officials sat down with Live Nation in December to address the issue, but the company has since ignored their calls and emails. We also detail Live Nation's recent settlement of a class action lawsuit involving its own parking fees at the Arts Center and how previous concertgoers may be eligible for free tickets as a result.
Those who support local law enforcement will be having a good time for a good cause next month. Here's Jennifer Amato with more on the Police Unity Tour.
Team Riding with Honor will send 21 members on the annual Police Unity Tour this May, which honors fallen law enforcement officers by riding bicycles hundreds of miles down to Washington, D.C. A concert fundraiser will be held at Rhythms of the Night in Manville on April 18th, featuring Scott DiCarlo, Brian Clayton and the Green River Band, Capital Entertainment DJs, and South Brunswick's own Whiskey Fueled. Tickets are now on sale by visiting www.ridingwithhonor.com. For more details on Team Riding with Honor and how the concert came about, see your local Greater Media newspaper today.
Miss the Beatles? Well, a local band will pay tribute to the British invasion. Here's Amy Rosen.
If you're looking for something musical to do this Saturday night, consider the British Invasion Tribute. The concert and fundraiser for the Edison Art Society will honor the 50th anniversary of the Beatles coming to America and celebrate the Edison Arts Society's 15th anniversary. They are hoping to raise enough money through the concert to start a scholarship program that will provide music lessons for a local high school music student. The British Invasion Tribute will take the audience on a nostalgic trip back to the 1960s by recreating the authentic sights and sounds of a concert experience from that era with a spotlight on the Beatles. The concert will start at 7 p.m. on March 29th at Middlesex County College in Edison. For more details, check out this week's Edison Metuchen Sentinel and the Just Go page in all papers. Back to you, Susie.
For more in-depth coverage and additional stories, see this week's editions of Greater Media newspapers. Start a conversation at facebook.com/Greater Media Broadcast News. I'm Susie Shia. Thanks for tuning in.